No, Sam, it's Neo-Noir.
Sure, same dirty games, just wider ties and uglier cities. The gumshoes, they turned into hitmen. The dames got meaner. And the streets, they stopped pretending to be clean. You heard of Harry Callahan? Yeah, that guy threw you through a window before saying hello. No, the shadows never left. They just traded black and white for neon signs and cigarette burns. All right, stop flapping your gums. Let's get into it before somebody ends up floating in the harbor. Hello to all the classic people who are returning. I'm glad you're back. I want to welcome any new visitors and let you know that there will be spoilers ahead. Today on Classic Movie Review, we are taking on the top 10 Neo-Noirs ranked. Neo-Noir kept the soul of classic film noir alive while dragging it into a darker, more cynical, modern world. Some of these films are crime stories, some are detective tales, others are revenge pictures or psychological thrillers. But every single one of them carries the DNA of film noir. Let's step into the shadows. Number 10, No Way Out, 1987. Directed by Roger Donaldson, No Way Out stars Kevin Costner as a naval officer pulled into a deadly political cover-up involving murder and espionage. Gene Hackman plays a powerful Secretary of Defense whose affair with the same woman as Costner creates a spiral of paranoia and deception. The film works because it constantly tightens the screws on the audience. Every hallway, every office, every conversation feels dangerous. Like the best film noirs, the main character becomes trapped in a system much larger than himself. And the final twist still lands like a punch to the face. Number 9, The Mechanic, 1972. Directed by Michael Winner, The Mechanic stars Charles Bronson in one of his coolest performances. Bronson plays Arthur Bishop, a professional assassin who treats murder like precision engineering. The film is quiet, cold, and deeply cynical. Jan Michael Vincent plays a young protege eager to learn Bishop's deadly trade, but noir has never been kind to the mentor relationship. What makes this film feel noir is its emotional emptiness. These are isolated men drifting through a world where loyalty is temporary and death is inevitable. Isn't it always? Bronson barely speaks through large portions of the film, but his silence says everything. Number 8, Get Carter, 1971. Directed by Michael Hodges, Get Carter stars Michael Caine as London gangster Jack Carter returning home to investigate his brother's death. This is one of the grimiest British crime films ever made. The England shown here is cold, industrial, corrupt, and hopeless. Carter walks through the world like an avenging ghost, uncovering pornography rings, organized crime, and betrayal at every turn. Michael Caine gives one of his best performances, and that's a big statement when you're talking about Michael Caine. Charming one moment and terrifying the next, this film strips away glamour and leaves behind pure noir fatalism. Number 7, Magnum Force, 1973. Directed by Ted Post, this sequel to Dirty Harry pushes deeper into noir territory than many people remember. Clint Eastwood returns as Harry Callahan, the cop who bends rules because he believes the system no longer works. But this time, Harry faces younger, vigilante cops who have taken his philosophy to terrifying extremes. The film becomes a deliberation on justice, corruption, and moral compromise. Way before there was a training day. Like classic noir heroes, Harry exists in a gray zone where right and wrong have become dangerously blurred. The San Francisco night photography gives the film an especially strong noir atmosphere of the 1940s. Number 6, The Friends of Eddie Coyley, 1973. The Friends of Eddie Coyley, 1973, directed by Peter Yates, may be the most realistic crime film on the entire list. An aging Robert Mitchum plays Eddie Coyley, a low-level gun runner trying desperately to avoid prison. There are no glamorous gangsters here, no flashy action scenes, just tired criminals making bad decisions in dingy Boston bars and parking lots. This is a great Mitchum performance among many great performances, just noir gritty all the way through. You can feel the exhaustion hanging over every scene. This is noir stripped down to its bare essentials: aging criminals, betrayal, and a world with no happy endings. Number 5, The Yakuza, 1974. Directed by Sidney Pollack, The Yakuza stars Robert Mitchum as an American detective pulled into the criminal underworld of Japan. The screenplay by Paul Schrader and Robert Towne combines neo-noir storytelling with samurai themes of honor and obligation. Mitchum feels perfectly at home in this melancholy world of gangsters and regrets. The film moves slowly and deliberately, bringing atmosphere instead of relying on action. But there's plenty of action. Oh man, there's plenty of action. Its themes of guilt, loyalty, and unfinished business fit beautifully within the film noir tradition. And the Tokyo nighttime photography is absolutely gorgeous. Number 4, Reservoir Dogs, 1992. Directed by Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs exploded into the 1990s like a shotgun blast. The story follows a group of criminals after a robbery goes catastrophically wrong. The genius of this film is that we see the heist itself only briefly. Instead, we watch paranoia slowly destroy the surviving gang members. Like classic noir, the entire story revolves around mistrust and betrayal. The warehouse setting almost feels like a stage play drenched in blood and tension. Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, and Steve Buscemi all deliver unforgettable performances. Also, film noir villain Lawrence Tierney is amazing as the leader of a different generation. And yes, the ear scene is still rough. Number 3, Blood Simple, 1984. Directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, Blood Simple feels like someone dug up a lost 1940s noir and dragged it into Tejas. The story begins with adultery and quickly descends into murder, greed, and paranoia. Each character makes terrible decisions, and every bad decision creates another worse decision. This is pure noir storytelling. The film's use of shadows, neon lights, and empty Texas landscapes create a uniquely modern noir atmosphere. This was the movie that announced the Coen brothers as major filmmakers. And of course, Frances McDormand is amazing as always. Number 2, The Long Goodbye, 1973. Directed by Robert Altman, this film reimagines Phil Marlowe for the disillusioned 1970s. Elliot Gould plays Marlowe as a shambling, confused detective wandering through a morally bankrupt Los Angeles. This version of Marlowe feels like the last honest man in a world that no longer has room for honesty. Altman fills the film with overlapping dialogue, strange humor, and a dreamlike atmosphere. Many fans hated Gould's version when it was released. Today, many consider it to be one of the greatest noir reinterpretations ever made. Number 1, LA Confidential, 1997. Directed by Curtis Hanson, LA Confidential is the ultimate neo-noir. This film captures everything that made classic film noir great while updating it for modern audiences. It has corrupt cops, political power, tabloid journalism, organized crime, femme fatales, brutal violence, and moral compromise. It's all here. Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, Kim Basinger, and Kevin Spacey, who we're not supposed to like him anymore, formed one of the strongest ensembles in noir history. The film looks and feels like classic 1950s Los Angeles noir while embracing the harder edge of modern crime cinema. For many viewers, this is the film that proved noir could still thrive decades after the classic era ended. Film noir never stopped, it just evolved into neo-noir. From the bitter revenge story of Get Carter to the sprawling corruption of LA Confidential, these films carried noir into a modern era marked by political distrust, urban decay, and moral exhaustion. The shadows changed, but they never disappeared. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your favorite neo-noir films, and which movie do you think should have made the list? Let me know in the comments. World famous short summary: the fedora became a leather jacket, but noir never died. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you enjoyed the show and want more, please give me a like, subscribe, or comment. It really helps the show get found. Beware the Moors. All right, in a second, a couple of boxes are going to pop up here. One is a video I recommend for you. The other is a playlist I think you'll enjoy.